Buenos tardes, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to deliver this speech at this district conference on behalf of the European Economic and Social Committee, and in particular in section for the single market production and consumption, which I'm honored to represent. I should like to start by congratulating the organizers for having organized this event that our committee has always strongly supported. In my speech, I shall focus on diversity in tourism. Diversity is a key motion in Europe. The European Union was founded on the principle of diversity of cultures, customs, beliefs, and opinions. Diversity of cultures, of opinion, and of races has created the unique wonder that is the European Union. Diversity in this case has led to unite. I'm convinced that is a cultural diversity that is the main future of a pluralist and democratic Europe. Immigration from non-European countries contributes new ingredients to our diversity, enriching our societies socially and culturally. The European Economic and Social Committee, a consultative body establishing by the treaty, brings together the representatives of civil societies, enabling them to play part in the European Union's decision-making process, being able to gather the opinions of this cross-section of civil society in one room. I deem that diversity is represented as a valuable tool for those who have the task of making laws that apply to 450 million Europeans. This is a fact that shows the values of diversity. After this short introduction, I shall focus on diversity in the field of tourism. As a member of the EESC, European Economic and Social Committee, I shall put forward that the importance of our committee's work in the field of tourism is confirmed by a number of opinions dealing, for example, with social tourism. President of the UGT was mentioned about social tourism. If you remember beginning of this meeting today, I personally fully agree with him, and I was working in the group of the social tourism and culture. Tourism and sport and others, where the committee has always stressed that like any other human activity, tourists must be managed and must respect nature and people. Viewing tourism in the frame of diversity is leading us to an interesting outcome. Firstly, we shall focus on the main elements that create diversity at the level of tourism. I shall mention cultural diversity as the most important factor. I regard cultural diversity is a driving force of development, not only respect of economic growth, but also as a means of leading a more fulfilling tourism experience. However, while the promotion of cultural diversity has the potential to bring economic and social benefits, it can also significantly impact traditional cultures, ways of life, and the sense of identity of host communities. Identities and cultural products are reconstructed and challenged in the process of tourist development. Stemming from aforementioned facts, diversity is a driving force for evolvement in tourism. However, tourism shall be based on partnership to counterweight its negative effects. The notion of partnerships is the main basis for diversity, but the two elements can only exist together. By mentioning the notion of partnership, I shall cite from a paper adopted by the EESC, European Economic and Social Committee, that deals with the European tourism model. Tourism has or should have a positive impact on local and regional economies, as well as on social, cultural, and environment conditions, and those provide a means of understanding other cultures and different ways of being and behaving. It shall act as an instrument for interregional cooperation. The quality of services provided by operators in the sector and the responsibility of the users towards local communities are values that we must maintain as the basis for its continuing existence. The European tourism model is based on and enriched by a variety of destinations, by the different approaches to tourism, and by the diverse form of tourism. The European tourism model is an internal necessity and could serve as a global point of reference if it is based not on rules but on values of quality, sustainability, accessibility, which are freely taken on board by the tourist destinations and all stakeholders. European tourism model is an effective instrument for promoting peace and understanding between peoples. So as the paper clearly showed, tourism is a means for understanding different cultures and leads to cooperation. However, it shall not be forgotten that although tourism is a dynamic sector and major source of employment now and for the future, with the potential to create good quality, stable jobs with social rights, it is not immune from problems such as overcrowding and seasonality, which could lead to a loss of competitiveness. That is the reason why diversity and cooperation are main factors that should be appreciated and developed. I sincerely hope that you found my approach interesting. Muchas gracias for your attention.